it's Guido coming at you with the Tactics Talk. Welcome back, guys. Happy, I think this will be Tuesday. We are in the M46KR Tier 8 medium tank. It's a premium on the American side of things. We have an experimental turbo. We're running a improved rammer and improved vert step. We're running cola as well. We've got 46 regular rounds, 20 gold rounds or special rounds on 4HE. I'm also running, what am I running this for? What is this? I don't know what it is. Focus on target. I've designated target, trained to 100%. I don't know why that's there. Probably because I have 400 or 500 of them sitting around. Large kits as well. All right, the KR, my goodness, this thing is really quite painful, to be quite honest. But that's not what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about watching what your allies are doing and attempting to help them. Both good and bad versions of it in this particular game. So we're a top tier medium. I believe I go fight. Well, let's find out where I go initially. All right, I'm going to go over here. We're going to head over here. We're paying attention to where our allies go, right? The Skoda T-17 is one of our scouts. He's in the middle. I do not like that for scouts, guys. I really don't like people going to the middle in scouts, but the 432 is over there. And we have another scout. Ours is the Squall. Where's the Squall? The Squall is up on the sniper hill. Notice it is just myself and I believe a Type 59 who have come this way, so we are at a bit of a disadvantage. Except that the LT-432 and the WZ-131 have both gone into the middle. So we're going to let that develop. We have scouts futzing around with each other in the middle. I don't want to push up here necessarily, but if I did, I should have a decent advantage. In fact, I don't remember. Did I just switch over to my vision setup? I think I did. Maybe I didn't. Not sure. Wasn't paying attention, but I think I actually switched to my vision setup before this thing started. In any event, I am a medium. I do have max vision, as you can see by the circle, or very close to it. There goes the Squall. So the Squall has swung around this way. All right, great. Now we have an advantage on the zero line because we have a scout. So I'll just hang out here for a bit and see if the Squall doesn't light somebody up, if one of the enemy tanks gets a little over-aggressive here. We got heavies. We got a BZ-176. He's over in the factories. We got the Type 57. This looks like a relatively decent deployment by the team. TD's up on the TD spot. No surprise. Type's a little far back, but what you gonna do? Their T-42 wanders into the middle. Okay. That actually doesn't bother me that much because right now it's not a fantastic place for him. If he can get around and start beating up our guys in the middle, that can be painful for us. But he's sort of trapped, right? There's not a whole lot he can do. And we got a Type 59 against a Stare. See if we can shoot this guy. Dang it. Okay, no light. Gotta be careful here because I could get lit if their lights poke up and over at the right time. Trying to avoid getting lit by the 432. 432 pushes in, and so I see this push, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh no. Right? Paying attention to what's going on. My mediums and lights in here, now one light because one of the lights is over here now, right here. They're in trouble, right? If these guys get around the corner and kill them and aren't handled by the TDs, then all of a sudden we have dudes behind us. So I feel like we got to get rid of this Stare. So I'm going to push in. I should have kept going, to be honest, because I'm going to eat a shot here I don't want to eat. Screen not penetrated. Super Hellcat hits me. Galwika thumps me. And all of a sudden what seemed like a pretty good idea is a horrible idea. So we're going to go here. The Galwika's thinking about it. He shoots, and I think, here he comes. He's like, well, I got to push this guy. That's probably pretty smart on his part. And we bounce. Screen not penetrated. Unlucky. I did get lit again. They do have artillery. He dies. That's helpful. Squall took some damage. Now I can go back to the mini-map and start thinking, because I got to come up for air, right? I was completely concentrating on this fight. What's going on over here? Okay, good. The Skoda and the P-43 are not dead. That's a good thing. Squall gets pushing in there. We'll go ahead and put a shot on him. Oh, dang it. We're still shooting HE because I switched to HE against the stupid Stare. So even had I hit the Galwika, well, I did actually hit it, but I hit him with HE. Not good, right? You can see that I fired 3 rounds like a Muppet. Now the T-43 is pushing in there, and there goes the Type 59. 432 has fallen back. The Scout dies. And I'm not liking what's going on over here. We got a Super Hellcat behind me. He dies. Holy cow. The other Super Hellcat they have backs out, and check it out. The medium and the light tank are pushing. The medium with not very many hit points, the light tank with even less hit points, and me with half my hit points. This doesn't look sustainable, does it, fellas? There's nobody back here. There's a T-42 there. There's a light tank. The 432 itself could probably beat me. So I'm not liking this. I'm thinking, well, let's support these two, see what we can do. But I'm looking. You can see me looking like, all right, what? Is this 432 going to push me? Let's go see if we can take a peek over here. This turns out to be a huge mistake because he sees right through that bush. Probably has a CVS, so I just walk right into being seen. Very lucky the Charioteer wasn't ready for that. The Artie was, though. And so I lose 149 for an unwise push. And at this point, I'm thinking that 432 has to think that he's got me. Especially if he knows the Type 59 and the Squall went around the corner. There just aren't a lot of tanks left that aren't lit. So I'm going to run away. The Leo is up there. Don't really have a shot on him. Alright, let's keep going. I need to be careful. Oh, there's the 432. Really figured I'd get lit right there, to be honest. Okay, he's not quite close enough, so even though I'm looking through the bush there, his CVS doesn't get me. That one does. And off he goes. Holy cow, we're in a bit of a problem here. The Type 59's pushing, but he's got very few hit points. I'm the last guy over here paying attention to where your allies are and where the enemy is. I don't have any. I am bingo allies. I've got none. So we're going to go ahead and carve to the left, try to keep as many bushes here between ourselves and where that 432 is. I really, to be honest, expected that LT 432 to push in and kill me. Now, if you're the purple team and you're paying attention to where your allies and the enemy are, you would know you need to close out this KR that's hanging out in your backfield. Kill him off, and then you completely own that whole flank. Allow him to disengage and go somewhere. He can become a factor in the rest of the game. So we kill their super. That's all right. So now it's 7-8. Things are not completely lost. I am going to go. I'm taking a look. I'm paying attention to where my allies are. I'm going to go where they are. Find this guy. He tries to make a runner. We sneak a shot on him. Fantastic. A little low roll, unfortunately, at 221. Like, oh, track him. No, he got away. And I got to get off this hill. Good news is that there is a bit of a dip here, so they can't shoot me in the side. That was changed some time back. Another Artie shot at me. We'll carve left to keep as much of this between us and the enemy as possible, because there's a T-42 and a WZ hanging out in the middle. I honestly don't think I'm going to get across here as I'm doing this. He dies. Fantastic. Didn't get lit. That's nice. Again, staying as close to the edge of the map as possible, expecting at any moment someone to see me. I really wanted to try to kill him if I could, but he just... Oh. Unfortunate. That's one of those ones you stop and take a look at the shot, and then you wish, because the shot wasn't there, you had kept going. That's just terrain that you gave up. That's miles you gave up trying to take a shot that never happened. Meters, I suppose, is a better way to say it. So we're going to head all the way across here to the west side of the map. Now I'm paying attention. I got a Type 57 and an IS, and they're both hurting. And I've got a turtle that they've sort of cornered for the moment. World of Tanks can be a lot about time. Right now, we only have so much time to deal with the turtle before the WZ, T-42, Leo, and Charioteer get in to the fight. Maybe they camp out there, but they have to know, because I've been seeing that I'm no longer over there. So we're going to push in. The Type is getting chased by the turtle, so we're just going to try to help this guy. The IS is there. I think the turtle knows he's there because he's not just purely charging after the Type. In fact, he hits the IS. So now we got a bunch of low hit point guys and a pretty high hit point turtle. And I liked what was going on right here. I really wish, I said we talk about good and bad. I really wish the Type 57 would have waited right in this area instead of what he does. So I'm going to come by here. Now, the turtle's in there. He's in a pretty good corner. It's going to be hard to take him on, but if we come at him from 3 directions, also notice the T-25-2 and the AT are sort of screening the rest of these guys for the moment. We can gang tackle this guy if we do it right, but watch what the Type does. I'm going to carve left here. Like, okay, let me try not to get proxy lit by the turtle as best I can, and then I just can't avoid it. So we're coming here. That'll at least get him thinking about me, and unfortunately, the bloody Type is following me, going to the same exact place that I am. The Artie is kind of an X factor in here as well, guys. The Artie is shooting at myself and the IS. He's got the IS down to a one-shot. I don't want to sit here permalit by the turtle and allow the Artie to hit me multiple times. I see the Type 57 doing what he's doing. I just want to go, come on, man. So off he goes. And, all right, so it's going to have to be me and the IS. Let's see what we can do. The turtle's thinking about moving. I will go this way. At least I can minimize the exposure from the artillery. There's the GW, but unfortunately they've killed one of our tanks in the meantime. So I'm coming around here. Now we've got myself and the IS, and we're working on him in two directions. Like, oh, okay. That was close. IS is going around. All right, I'm going to zoom out, see how what I'm doing with the camera work. I want to see what this turtle's doing. Is he going to start? Yes, he is. All right, so he turns back towards him. I try to track. I don't quite get it. He's pushing. All right, let's push in. I'm like, come on, IS, don't die, buddy. Here comes the AT, and now I like it. Unfortunately, he kills the IS. But we've got him on the run. Try to track. Armor not hit, but I did get the track. He fixes it. And now we're in a bit of a desperate scrum because I don't have enough power to do this. And he just sort of goes around both of us. I know I'm going to eat a shot here. I'm like, oh, please miss. He missed. Fantastic. Try to get around him again. Ah, okay. No, this is going to suck. He's going to get me. Track. Nice. And the track turned out to actually get into, based on his angle, I actually got into the hitbox and were able to track that guy down and kill him. So thank you to the JS Stern, the AT-15, and of course here comes the T-25-2 comes in for a little last minute. I don't know if he actually hit him, but that's what you want to do. Pay attention to what your teammates are doing and try to work with them. Meanwhile, Type 57 wanders off. Don't be that guy, fellas. There's no reason to do what he's doing, although I think he did probably kill the artillery, so that was at least a bit useful. And to be honest, right now, because they know where he is, he's got the rest of them sort of busy paying attention to what he's doing. But they have an opportunity with him that we just had with the turtle. He's isolated. I'm going to swing around this way, wondering if someone's coming in behind us. I'm going to turn back around like that. Never mind. There's the Leo. Honestly, I figured the WZ and the Leo would come up behind us and show up, which they did not. That was very nice. The Leo, at least, he's got a lot of hit points. I'm going to push in and try to help this T-25. I'm really concerned I'm going to find the WZ behind me right here, shooting me in the back, but we'll just take a chance, cross this. No, there he is. Fantastic. Not a factor. See if I want to shoot this guy. Missed, bad shot. Shot behind me, started moving, so just not a good reaction by me, but he dies to the 25-2. Let's get tucked into here so I don't get shot in the back in case someone did get behind us, but now they're only down to 42. A Charioteer and a WZ. Look at this, all of a sudden, huge advantage. From what was looking like a big disadvantage. Just pay attention to what your teammates are doing and try to work with them. All right, so in this case, what do we have? We have an AT-15 and the T-25-2 over here. We have the Type 57 pinned down. So I need to change some angles and come around to this back corner here and see what I can do. Maybe I can shoot the Charioteer up on the hill. Looking for the 42 and the Charioteer. Where are these guys? All right, they got the 57. That is unfortunate. They also know they have the AT and the other tank. We've got the 25-2 pinned down. So I'm the only wild card right now that they have to worry about other than the artillery. So let's see if we can get a light on these guys. And I know I'm going to get spotted if I do this, so we'll go ahead and pause here for a second. Oh, the AT is moving. The T-25-2, I mean, we talked about this yesterday. Cap possibilities or setting the stage or the conditions for capping. There's no cover over there. I don't know really what, maybe he's trying to get behind some of the, there are some tubes and things, but it's not great cover on that cap. There's just no reason for Abernjinky 00 to try to get on the cap. He's just throwing away his hit points at this point. Dies. I mean, there's no mystery as to what was going to happen right there. And I get lit. All right, so I've let them know where I am. I know that the AT is posted up against that building. I know they know he's there. So I'm going to back out. I'm going to wait for a while, kind of rock back and forth until I'm unlit. And now I'm going to go the long way around, guys. I'm going to use the spotting ring, right? I'm paying attention to where my allies are. GW is over here ready. AT's right here. I'm going to use my spotting rings, put these dudes at the edge of it, which means I'm going to have to come all the way around here. We have some time. Not a lot, but the game is about time. We've got 3 minutes and 40 seconds. And this is where the AT-15 needs to pay attention to what I'm doing. It turns out what he does works, but only just. It would have worked better if he'd have waited for me, because watch what happens. So he's talking to the other guys, and I think somebody complains about what I'm doing. Is that right? Yeah, somebody whined about it. But what I'm doing here is attempting to get around these guys so I don't get lit. I want to come up the zero line and come in behind them. The AT's got them pinned down. Even if they push the AT, they're in trouble. That thing fires so fast, it's got good field of regard. I'm not too worried about him getting pushed. They're both low hit points, he'll tear them up. But he drives out into the open, guys, and I'm not in a position to support. I'm not there yet. He needed to pay attention to what I was doing. I think a better thing I could have done was tell him to wait till I come around behind. I should have typed it in. It never crossed my mind that he would actually break cover and attempt to push him. He kind of got away with it. He's at 615. The problem with pushing in with an AT-15 against two guys is it gives them a huge opportunity to move around you. What I will say about the push, and he does kill the T-42, so good on him. What I will say about this push is it does keep them busy such that they don't really know where I've gone, right? So I see the Charioteer die. I'm watching him on the mini-map. Watch what it looks like he's doing. He's coming up that ramp, right? That northern ramp. I think I know exactly what he's doing. Based on his direction of travel, he's going to try to get up in this bush up here again, right? And wait for me to come across. And I've been dark for so long. Again, timing in this game, I could be anywhere on this map. This is not a super fast tank, but it is a medium. And he has low enough hit points that he's a one-shot. I just need to make sure that I make the shot count. He might be able, I can't remember, I think the Charioteer has Hesh. Pretty sure it does. So I don't want the Hesh because I think a high roll Hesh might take me down in one shot. And we find him, fellas. And that's exactly what he's doing. Look what he's doing. He's trying to turn and boom. Take him down. And it's only 3 kills, 1,742 damage, 949 assists. It's only, what, 2,600, 2,700 combined with 3 kills. So it's an okay game overall. But this one was all about paying attention to what my teammates were doing. In a couple cases, things working out really nicely. In a couple cases, not working out. And in this case, end game wise, it was fine, but I really think if he'd have waited for me, I'd have been able to come up around behind these guys, kill one of them, and then we can sandwich those dudes together. This was just became a bit more dicier than I would have liked based on his push. Good on him, though. I mean, he came across, he made it happen, and he may have thought maybe, I don't know what he thought. Potentially that, I wasn't going to do anything. Maybe he thought I was going back to hide. I get it. It's a pub match, so sometimes you don't really trust the other pub players and what they're doing. And for my part, if I'd have said, hey, wait for me to come around behind him, that would have been a better idea. But it never crossed my mind. It should have. It should have. But it never crossed my mind that he would actually push across the middle while I was trying to move around behind. But people aren't mind readers, are they? And they're not always on your same page or thinking the same thing that you're thinking. So pay attention to what your teammates are doing. And if you have the wherewithal and the time, maybe type a little, hey, this is what I'm doing, and see if they can process that and not drive across the open. But he made it happen. He made it happen. So shout out to the AT-15. Good on him. Because earlier we did work together pretty well. That is all I've got for today, guys. Let me know what you think down below. We will see you.